We all want respect, right? But what if our own attitudes are silently pushing it away? That's what we're going to dig into. These subtle psychological triggers that totally change how people see you. And the crazy part is, most of the time, we have no idea we're even doing it. Okay, let's kick things off with a really critical question. Ask yourself this: are you trying to be liked, or are you trying to be respected? Now, you might be thinking, aren't those the same thing? And right there, that's the first and biggest trap almost everyone falls into. And this really breaks it down, doesn't it? Look at the difference. Being liked, that's all about seeking approval, avoiding conflict at all costs, just being agreeable. But being respected, that's a whole different game. It's about commanding integrity, having boundaries, being principled. See, respect isn't a popularity contest. It's about integrity. And this is so important. We often think respect comes from stuff like your looks, how much money you have, or your fancy job title. But psychology tells us that's all just the tip of the iceberg. Real, lasting respect, it comes from what's underneath, your attitude. All right, so here's how we're going to tackle this. We'll look at the respect blind spot, then dive into 4 attitudes that undermine you personally and 3 that drain others, and we'll wrap it all up with how to actually earn that respect back. Okay, let's get into it. First up, the 4 attitudes that undermine you. These are the internal respect killers, the ones that sabotage you from the inside out. All right, attitude number 1. This one is a classic, and it's maybe the fastest way to lose respect. The "I already know" attitude. The second you act like you have all the answers, people just switch off. They don't see you as wise anymore. They just see you as arrogant and closed-minded. And this quote just nails it, right? When confidence grows faster than competence, that's the danger zone. It's when you start talking bigger than you can walk. And trust me, people pick up on that fast. They realize, oh, this person isn't an expert. They're just loud. And believe it or not, there's a psychological term for this. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's this weird cognitive bias where folks with the least amount of skill in something are often the ones who are the most confident they're experts. It's a huge roadblock to respect, because, hey, how can you learn anything if you think you already know it all? Okay, on to attitude number 2. This one is kind of the flip side of the coin, but it's just as bad for earning respect. I'm talking about the victim energy mindset. You know the vibe. It's when you believe life just happens to you and you have no control. I mean, we've all heard someone say this, right? Nothing ever works out for me. And yeah, it might get you a little sympathy in the moment, but long term, it just screams that you're not in the driver's seat of your own life. People are naturally drawn to those who take ownership. So if you're constantly playing the victim, people will, without even realizing it, start to back away. Now for number 3. And this one is really sneaky. It's not that obvious over-the-top arrogance, no. It's the subtle kind, the little comments that slip into conversations, and boy, is it toxic. Yeah, there's a term for it: social dominance behavior. It's basically when you have to one-up everyone. Your friend is excited about running their first 5K, and you just have to jump in with, "Oh, that's cool, I ran a full marathon last year." It doesn't make you look confident. It makes you look deeply insecure. And people feel that. They really do. And for our 4th one, this is where it gets really ironic. It's about trying too hard to be liked. I'm talking about the people pleaser, the person who says yes to everything, who never disagrees. What you're actually doing is sending a clear signal. My needs, my opinions, they don't matter. You'll probably be liked, sure, but you won't be respected. Okay, let's just press pause for a second. Take a moment. Do any of these sound a little too familiar? It's okay if they do. Just being honest with yourself and spotting them is the most important first step. All right, so we've looked at the internal stuff. Now let's shift gears and talk about the attitudes that drain the people around you. This is all about how your energy impacts your reputation. Coming in at number 5, the constant complainer. We all know one, right? The person who could find a cloud on the sunniest day. This goes way beyond just being a pessimist. It's an energy, a vibe, and it can just suck all the oxygen out of a room. And there's a real psychological reason why this is so draining. It's called emotional contagion. Basically, moods are contagious, especially negative ones. They spread like a cold. So people will start avoiding you not because they don't like you, but as a pure act of self-preservation to protect their own energy. All right, attitude number 6. This is the unaccountable type. The finger pointer? The person for whom nothing is ever their fault. It's always the bad boss, the unsupportive partner, the terrible traffic. It's never about their own choices. In psychology, they call this having an external locus of control, believing outside forces run your life. But here's the thing. Respect flows to people with an internal locus of control. People who own their decisions, their mistakes, their life. That kind of accountability, it's like a quiet power. It's magnetic. And that brings us to our last one, number 7. And honestly, this one's kind of sad because it's a mistake that so many good, hardworking people make. It's the invisible effort mistake. It's the belief that if you just keep your head down, work your tail off, and stay quiet, one day people will just notice and give you the respect you deserve. But the hard truth? It doesn't work that way. This quote says everything. Respect doesn't come from silent suffering. It comes from visible integrity. You can't earn respect by being invisible. You have to show up. You have to be willing to be seen, to stand for something. That's where true respect comes from. So, we've gone through all these attitudes that kill respect. The big question is, what do you do about it? How do you fix it? Well, that's what this last part is all about. How to teach people to respect you. And really, it comes down to 3 simple but powerful things. First, stop looking for everyone else to tell you you're good enough. Second, own your entire story, warts and all. And third, figure out what you stand for and live by it. When you do these things, you're not asking for respect. You're commanding it through your actions. So let me leave you with this. At the end of the day, you can't demand respect. You have to demonstrate it. So after hearing all of this, what's the one small shift in your attitude you're going to make, starting right now, today?